everybody, it's me, Steve Schnee, and you are watching the CD Junkie. On this episode of CD Junkie, I want to talk about my favorite movie of all time. Favorite movie of all time. How the heck does the CD Junkie have a video about his favorite movie and not talk about CDs? Well, there is a CD involved. And this is my favorite movie of all time. And this here is a CD that came out about 10 years ago. And this is a special 2 CD version of the soundtrack. But let me talk about the movie first. We all know and love it, of course. There are a few things that I have issues with about the movie. Just very minor, stupid, Schnee things. Like, for anyone who's seen the movie, there's a scene where he takes the machete and he plunks it down on the wood, and in the background, you first off, when you see the full scene, it's a really choppy ocean, and then when you see a close-up of the machete in the background, the water's like really kind of smooth, so it looks like it was filmed in a pond, that angle. It doesn't bother me that the shark that attacks the boat and the mechanical shark, Bruce, doesn't bother me that his snout, if that's what you want to call it, I don't know what it's called, is more of a sort of a rounded snout, whereas the one that attacks Hooper in the cage is more of a pointed, and it doesn't look like it's the same shark. But, what the heck? I know that's a real shark attacking a little person in a cage, so that's how they sort of made it look like it's a large shark. Things like that I'm really goofy about, but it doesn't hurt my feelings about the film. I've only ever purchased a few soundtracks in my life, unless, of course, you want to call The Hard Day's Night and Help albums as soundtracks. To me, they're more Beatles albums, so I don't really refer to those as soundtracks. I'm talking about a soundtrack with a score. I've got Valley Girl and Pretty in Pink and all that kind of stuff. I used to buy all that. But the score is stuff I very rarely buy. But Jaws was an exception. The movie blew me away, and I wanted to experience everything about it. I think my birthday that year, I got the soundtrack. So that was 1975. That's like one of 2 or 3 soundtracks that I've ever owned and played a lot. And but this one here is the Entrada version. It's 2 CDs. And what I didn't realize until many years later is John Williams created the score for the movie Jaws. And then he went into the studio like the following month and created the soundtrack album, which was a completely different recording. And he would incorporate a couple elements from some of the cues and the short instrumental bits from the original soundtrack. He'd incorporate those into like a longer suite or a longer piece of music. So the album's song titles did not really match up with the original soundtrack's song titles, and I thought that was fascinating. But what this is disc 1 is the entire the original score by John Williams to the movie, to the motion picture. These are the cues and the music he created for the film. Then they add some bonus tracks, extras, and then on disc 2, it has the remastered version of the soundtrack that was released in 75 on album, which was, as I said, different versions of the music featured in the film. And then it also has other bonus cues and alternate things. And during that movie, it has like the Amityville High School Band playing music, and it's got that on here. So it's really a wonderful 2 CD collection. If you want to pause that, I think it's stellar. I mean, John Williams is just incredible. I mean, I love his themes, and other themes that I love, even like the Avengers theme, which wasn't John Williams, but and I love themes to a lot of other films, but not enough really to buy the soundtracks. I might download a track, go to iTunes or, wherever. But Jaws is, I consider, the best soundtrack. And I've listened to a lot. I mean, just because I didn't buy them didn't mean I didn't hear them. But Jaws is my favorite film and definitely my favorite score. And this Entrada version is incredible. Yeah, this is truly amazing. And because we're in the midst of celebrating the 50th anniversary of the film, I thought I'd talk about the soundtrack because it's, obviously a timely subject. I've been meaning to talk about this for quite a while, and then I didn't want to lose traction on Jaws since we're here. 50 years. Can you believe that? It's been 50 years since I sat in a movie theater and watched Jaws. Dang. Let me give my brief reviews of Jaws 2, 3, and 4. Jaws 2, Jaws 3, oh, Jesus. Jaws 4, that fucking sucked. So, there you go. I really appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. Thank you so much. Are you a fan of Jaws? Do you have this particular soundtrack? Do you have the soundtrack at all in any format, any form? Let me know. Please remember to like, comment, share, subscribe, to ring that bell for future notifications. And until the next time, remember me. I'm Steve Schnee, the CD Junkie.